If you're over 60 and feeling tired, bloated, or like your digestion just isn't what it used to be, there's a good chance one of your favorite, healthy, fruits is quietly making it worse. Yes, a fruit. Not sugar, not fast food, but a juicy fruit you've probably been told is good for you. But here's the truth, for many seniors, this fruit can spike blood sugar, stall digestion, and cause uncomfortable bloating, even fatigue. And doctors are finally starting to speak up. So before you reach for that fruit bowl again, stay with me. Because I'm about to reveal what this fruit is, why it affects older adults differently, and what you can eat instead to feel lighter, clearer, and more energized, naturally. Hello again, my friend. It's Dr. Marcus Vail. Welcome back to our channel, where we break down real science into practical advice so you can feel your best at any age. If you're new here, this channel is your safe space for honest conversations about aging, health, and natural solutions. Without hype, judgment, or confusion. So if you're over 60 and want to stay sharp, mobile, and full of energy, go ahead and subscribe. You're in the right place. Look, fatigue and bloating are two of the most common complaints I hear from my senior patients. But what most people don't realize is that these symptoms are often caused by foods that are marketed as healthy, especially fruits. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge believer in natural, whole foods. But as we age, our bodies change. Digestion slows down. Enzymes become less efficient. Our insulin response gets more sensitive. And what worked for us at 30, 40, or even 50 can start to backfire in our 60s and beyond. That's why today's topic is so important. Let me tell you a quick story. Last month, I saw a longtime patient of mine, let's call her Linda. She's 67, sharp as a tack, active, walks daily, eats clean. But she came into my office complaining about something new. Dr. Vail, I'm tired all the time. And I feel this weird heaviness in my belly after I eat. Almost like I'm inflating. We ran tests, nothing alarming. Her labs looked solid. Then I asked about her diet. She said, every morning, I have a bowl of fresh fruit. Pineapple, grapes, sometimes melon. It's my favorite part of the day. Right there. That's when the light bulb went off. Because the fruit she was eating, specifically grapes, can wreak havoc on certain senior digestive systems. And when I explained why, her jaw dropped. She said, but I thought grapes were healthy. And they are, for some people. But not always for those over 60. Here's what I told Linda, and what I want to share with you. Some fruits, especially those high in fructose and low in fiber, can cause unexpected issues for aging bodies. They digest too quickly. They spike blood sugar fast. And they ferment in the gut, leading to bloating, gas, and fatigue. It's not about cutting out fruit completely. It's about choosing the right fruits for your age and digestion, and learning to spot the sneaky ones that cause more harm than good. As we continue, I'll reveal exactly which juicy fruit is most likely to drain your energy after 60. Why even small amounts can lead to fatigue and digestive issues. And what low-sugar, senior-friendly alternatives you can enjoy instead, without losing taste or nutrition. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this. Now, let's continue our conversation by diving a little deeper into what's actually happening when you eat this fruit, and why it may be robbing you of energy, causing bloating, and even interfering with your metabolism after the age of 60. You see, when you were younger, your body had more robust enzyme activity. Your digestive system could handle spikes in sugar and fructose. Your pancreas released insulin efficiently. Your liver filtered toxins smoothly. But after 60, those same systems start to slow down. Your enzyme production decreases, your liver becomes less efficient, and your insulin sensitivity drops. All of that sets the stage for fruits that used to be healthy becoming problematic. Let's take grapes, for example, a fruit loaded with antioxidants, yes, but also extremely high in fructose. Just 1 cup of grapes contains about 23 grams of sugar, mostly in the form of fructose. Now, if you're out for a stroll and grab a handful of grapes, your body might be able to manage that sugar spike. But if you're snacking on them regularly while sedentary, say watching the news or reading in the afternoon, that fructose isn't being burned off. Instead, it gets shuttled straight to your liver, where it's converted into triglycerides. That's fat, particularly the type that contributes to fatty liver disease and visceral belly fat. And here's where things get tricky: high fructose intake, even from fruit, triggers something called lipogenesis, which is your body's way of converting excess sugar into fat. But the real kicker: it also slows down your mitochondria, those little energy engines inside your cells. That means the more you indulge in high fructose fruits like grapes, mangoes, or even large amounts of bananas, the less efficient your energy production becomes, and that leads to one thing: chronic fatigue. Now, let's talk about bloating. You may have noticed after eating certain juicy fruits, your stomach starts to puff out. That tight, uncomfortable fullness creeps in. This isn't just about gas, it's often tied to fermentable sugars known as FODMAPs. These are carbohydrates that are poorly absorbed in the small intestine. When they reach your colon, the bacteria there ferment them, which produces gas, distension, and sometimes even cramping. Some of the worst offenders for this are apples, pears, watermelon, and yes, grapes. Now imagine this. Your digestion is slower after 60. You're producing less stomach acid. Your gut motility isn't what it used to be. So when you eat these fruits in large quantities, that fermentation process becomes longer and more intense, leading to more bloating, more fatigue, and even nutrient malabsorption. One of my patients, Joyce, 68, used to eat a fruit salad every morning: grapes, apples, cantaloupe, bananas. She believed it was the healthiest choice. But every afternoon, she'd feel wiped out. Sluggish. Her belly felt tight. Her joints ached. Her energy dipped by noon. When we examined her food diary and ran a gut panel, it became clear: her liver enzymes were elevated, she had signs of SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and her blood sugar was spiking after these fruit-heavy breakfasts. I had her reduce the high fructose fruits, swap in some lower sugar, high fiber options, and pair them with a healthy fat like almond butter or some walnuts. Within 2 weeks, her energy rebounded. The bloating? Gone. And she told me something I'll never forget. Dr. Vail, I had no idea that something so healthy could be hurting me. And this brings me to a crucial point. It's not about removing fruit entirely, it's about choosing the right fruits, in the right combinations, at the right time of day for your age and digestion. Let's also talk about a hidden issue here, the glycemic index. Certain fruits cause a rapid rise in blood sugar. When that happens, your body reacts with an insulin spike, followed by a crash, and that crash is where the fatigue comes in. It's not all in your head, it's biology. Now add to that the fact that many seniors are on medications that already affect digestion, hydration, or blood sugar, like metformin, beta blockers, or even common antacids. When you layer in high fructose fruits on top of that, it creates a perfect storm for feeling tired, bloated, and foggy. So what should you do instead? Well, in the next section, I'm going to walk you through the fruits that heal rather than hurt, fruits that stabilize your energy, support digestion, and work with your aging metabolism, not against it. I'll also share the best times of day to eat them, how to combine them with proteins or fats to blunt sugar spikes, and the one fruit I call my energy elixir, perfect for seniors who want to stay sharp and active. But before we get there, I want you to understand this. You are not to blame. The fruit industry has spent years telling us more is better, that all fruit is good, that natural sugar is harmless. But after 60, your body plays by different rules. And the good news is, once you learn the new rules, you can reclaim your energy, reduce your bloating, and start feeling like yourself again. So stick with me, we've got more to unpack. Let's keep going. You see, the body is a finely tuned instrument. And after 60, its strings are more sensitive than ever. Just a subtle imbalance, a fruit that spikes your blood sugar too fast, or that ferments excessively in the gut, can throw off your energy, digestion, sleep, and even your emotional health. Let's say you're still eating that big fruit bowl every morning, bananas, pineapple, watermelon, maybe some grapes or mango if you're lucky. It feels healthy. It looks healthy. But inside your body, especially if you're not pairing that fruit with healthy fats or proteins, it's like throwing sugar gasoline on a low-burning metabolic fire. You get a spark, yes. But not a steady flame. Your insulin shoots up to handle the sugar. Your gut bloats as excess fructose ferments. Your brain gets a brief boost, then crashes. And by the time lunch rolls around, you're yawning, irritable, and confused about why you're feeling off. Now, am I saying you should never eat fruit? Of course not. But you must become selective, strategic, intentional. Here are the final fruit principles I want every senior to walk away with today. Know your tolerance. If you feel tired, bloated, or sluggish after eating certain fruits, your body is sending you a clear message. Pay attention. Avoid fruit on an empty stomach. Always pair fruit with protein, like Greek yogurt, chia seeds, or nuts, to slow absorption and prevent insulin spikes. Stick to low glycemic fruits after 60. Think berries, kiwi, green apples, and pears. These are less likely to cause crashes or gut fermentation. Watch your portion size. One banana might be fine. But a banana, orange, grapes, and mango in one sitting. That's a sugar overload, even if it's natural. Listen to your gut. Literally. If your belly bloats, your joints ache, or you feel heavy after a fruit-heavy meal, that's inflammation at work. And most importantly, don't be fooled by marketing. Just because it's labeled natural or 100% juice doesn't mean it's good for a senior system. I've seen patients in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, who struggled with fatigue, fog, and gut issues for years, only to see massive improvements within weeks of tweaking their fruit habits. It's not about cutting out joy. It's about adding awareness. If a juicy fruit is making you tired, bloated, or drained, it's not your age, it's your body asking for change. And you, my friend, are in full control of that. Remember, after 60, every bite you take is either feeding inflammation, or fueling restoration. So choose wisely. Your future self is depending on you. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss these senior-focused health breakthroughs. Share this with a friend or family member who needs to hear it, and drop a comment below. Have you ever felt tired or bloated after eating fruit? Let's talk about it. This is Dr. Marcus Vail reminding you. Healing is always possible. Especially when you start with what's on your plate. Take care, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.